The views and opinions on this show do not necessarily reflect the views of ESPN Tucson 1490 AM, 94.9 HD Channel 4, or the Arizona Lotus Corporation.
Welcome to Spears and Ali on ESPN Tucson.
Justin Spears, I like that.
With Justin Spears and Ali Farhang on 1490 AM, 94.9 HD Channel 4, ESPN Tucson. Brought to you by Tucson Federal Credit Union, the Volpe team at Nova Home Loans, and Rightway Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
I want to be entertaining, but I'm not stupid enough to compare myself to Ali.
Happy Thanksgiving week, everybody. Happy Territorial Cup week. Hope everyone's having a great week. And we are very kind enough to be joined by Arizona football legend Chuck Cecil to begin hour number 2. Chuck, good morning. How's it going?
Good morning. Woke up again. Another great day.
Oh, yeah, man.
Come on, Chuck. Man, you look no older than like 30. I mean, whatever you're doing, whatever you're drinking, send me the list, man. You look fantastic.
Well, that's what it is. It's not what I'm drinking, it's what I'm not drinking.
Yeah. That's good. Okay. Chuck is
I gave that up 10 years ago.
I was like, Chuck is hitting the bags before games. The man's in the best shape of his life right now.
Well, you know what they call that, right?
What's that?
That's a dummy on dummy crime.
You lead me into my first question, Chuck. I mean, with all the emotion, all the tension that surrounds this game, is that dummy the one that's got to be the most nervous before the game starts on Friday?
Well, he definitely should be in line. That's for sure. Because he's going to get it. I promise you that.
So a big game coming up here on Friday, Chuck. You know that, and you've been a part of some incredible games, including that one in 1986. Man, it's just when you think about this rivalry, being a part of it, how do you just put into words just your whether it's hate, strong dislike for ASU, the emotions that go into this rivalry, and how have you educated the guys on this team about the importance of this game?
Oh gosh, boy, that's a lot there. First of all, it's amazing because like when I first got to school here, back in 1983. Yeah, that's how old I am, in 1983, and I didn't even know there was another school in state. But Coach Smith, Larry Smith was the head coach back then, and I'm just telling you, he disliked that team up north very, very much so. And by the time I got to go there my freshman year, I mean, there was no question that was we disliked them very, very much, and much more than dislike, actually. And he was, I mean, Coach Smith was like adamant. He had a board in front of his office of the team goals, like for the team. And number one, and which was 3 or 4 times bigger than every other team goal, was beat those 3 letters, yes, of the team up north. So it was, you live and learn, and again today in today's world with the transfer portal and so many new guys on the team, just educating guys on who they are is a lot, to say the least. And but the animosity is still there. There is no question about that, and rightfully so.
Chuck, going from that, I think the most common words I used as a coach was do your job, right? Football is the ultimate team game. And I wanted every player to do their job and then trust the man to his left and his right to do their job, and we'll be successful. When you've got the emotion of a game like this, how important is it to emphasize, guys, don't let that emotion make you want to make every play and detract you from doing your job?
That is a spectacular coaching point, is do your job. Be the teammate that your boys can count on. Do what you're supposed to do. Don't be distracted by all of the garbage that's going on. stay focused on what you're supposed to do, get that done, and just make sure that your teammates know that they can count on you to do your job, to do your part. Listen, football is literally like has the most adverse. I mean, there's so many combinations and permutations with the 11 on 11, people out there, and there's so much going on. And so doing your job and being a functional part of that unit is very, very important. And you hit the nail on the head. That is definitely something that we preach.
I wanted to ask you about some guys that you have coached over the years in Genesis Smith and Dalton Johnson, two safeties that are very productive. Traden Stukes as well at that nickelback role. They've been around the block, and you've had a chance to coach those guys. What do you make of their progress over time and how they've been able to lead this Arizona defense?
I mean, that's one of the things for me personally that as a coach, to see, and again, I coached in the NFL for 15 years, and then was fortunate enough. I loved, I always when I was there, actually, I was defense coordinator for the Titans, and I told my wife at some point, I said, we're going back to Tucson at some point. And she said, yeah, right, yeah, okay. And I was like, no, my life is a fairy tale, and I got to go back and try and pay it back. And so, truly blessed to be here. And those three kids are part of the reason that I came back, in that to be able to see the growth of the kids in college. I mean, all three of those guys were just little kids. I mean, and now they've turned into grown men. When you talk about boys to men, they embody that. And they're all just such quality individuals, not just good football players, but they're great people, they're great leaders, and just it's so special to see their development over the years, and just so thankful to be part of their lives.
Chuck, there's certain words we use that really are hard to define. Culture is one of them. We always talk about culture when we're talking about team sports. But from an outsider looking in, man, I know it when I see it. There's a joy on this team. There's a sense of being happier for the guy next to you making a play than you're even happy for yourself when you make a play. What makes this group so special? And am I right? Is there that special kind of juju going on within the Arizona football program?
To be honest with you, I think you hit the nail on the head right there. That is the difference. The biggest difference this year is, first of all, it starts with Coach Brennan. When we talk about red line, it's up here: effort, execution, accountability, own it, fix it. I mean, and the boys have really bought into it. And here's the deal, and I've tried to explain this to people. I said, it doesn't matter what the coaches say or believe. If the players don't, then you have no chance. And the thing is, when the locker room buys in, there's nothing more powerful in football than the locker room. When your message is carried into the locker room, then you got a chance. Then you're good to go. And basically what's happened is Coach Brennan his message is very clear, is awesome. And the boys are listening, and they've bought in, and they've really and truly, demand it from each other. And then I'm telling you, Coach Daggy, the new offensive coach, Seth Daggy, is absolutely, he has been awesome and is spectacular. He's a big part of the reason for our success as well. And then Coach Gonzalez, Danny Gonzalez, boy, and again, he's the one. All you have to do is watch hitting the bags before the game. I mean, he basically teaches, or how would you say it? Violence is a good thing, and energy and violence, and Coach Daigie's the same way. He uses that word, violence. Bring the noise. That's what it's all about. At the end, to start the day, if you're not going to bring it, don't. Why are you here? Why are you here? If you're not going to bring it, what are you doing here? You know what I'm saying? And both Danny and Coach Gonzalez and Coach Daigie, are both just right on point with that. And literally, like I said, it starts at the top with Coach Brennan. His message is very clear, very spectacular, and like I said, the biggest part of it though is the boys have bought in, and we're on a roll.
You're talking about the family portrait of me and my two brothers. Underneath it says violence is a good thing, and we will bring it, Chuck. So I'll tell you right now, if you guys get a couple of extra uniforms, me and my brother Amir here are ready to run through the wall. We got at least 2 good plays, baby.
Sure.
That's what I always say.
A lot of kids in the family now, all under the age of. There's 3 of them all under the age of 11, and the thing we try to impress upon them as much as possible is to always choose violence.
Well, there you go. That's the wonderful part about football, is that it's legalized violence. You go do that stuff at the club and they throw you in jail. You do it on the field and the fans cheer you. Yeah.
I was going to say, don't choose violence on Thanksgiving, because you won't see a judge until Monday.
No. We're waiting till Friday. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I always say. I would love to get out there for another snap or two, but I figured I could probably get in about 1 or 2 snaps before I'd get kicked out for targeting. Yeah.
Talking with Arizona football legend Chuck Cecil here on Spears and Ali during Territorial Cup week. And Chuck, you've made one of the biggest plays, not just in Territorial Cup history, but it is the biggest play in Arizona football history, and that is the pick 6 in 1986. I'm sure you've gotten this question a million times over the years. What do you remember about that play specifically in that moment at the venue formerly known as Arizona Stadium, now Casino del Sol Stadium?
Casino del Sol. Oh, gosh. First of all, the one thing I would like to say to that is I know it took me 5 minutes to go 100 yards. They went to a commercial. When I caught it, they went to a commercial break and came back, and I was still running. It definitely took me a while, but it was the end of a 15-play drive for them. So I was a little winded at the time, but no, I remember the play, obviously, and it's funny because I've actually, Dalton and Stooksy and Genesis are guys that I've explained this to them. It's like, I actually knew what the play was before they snapped the ball. I had a very good idea. I said, I watched film, and that play showed up several times on film, and it's basically they ran switch hooks in the end zone. So I knew where everybody was going and what they were doing, and so I kind of baited him, and he made the throw, and so my point there is that it wasn't an accident. It just the reason that I was able to make that play is because I watched 7 or 8 hours of extra film on my own, and trust me, it pays off. Okay, at some point in your life, doing the extra will pay off, not just in football. So get it in while you can.
Chuck, for as being known as such a physical football player, you don't get credit enough for what a smart football player you were and being in the right position at the right times. When it comes to this game, is there going to be a lot of that, or do you think it's like, guys, look, they're going to try to run the ball down your throat, get ready for 1940 style football, fill your gaps and make the tackle?
Well, I think it's a little of both, to be honest with you. I don't think there's any question. Obviously, we've given up some yards running the ball, so they're going to turn around and hand it off, and try and control the ball. That's just good, smart football that you would expect. but at the end of the day, it's again on those guys in the back end to just eliminate the big plays. That's really the most important thing, I think, in this game right now, is just keep the ball in front of us, and we'll go from there.
Hey, Chuck, have you ever talked to Jeff Van Raphorst about that pick six, 1986? You ever run into him?
Yes, I have. You know what? You know what's amazing too, and obviously he's. Let's see, how is it? I gotta say this correctly. Yeah, he's one of the guys from up north, obviously. So, but he literally is just such a great dude. I mean, I really enjoyed. And again, I wouldn't say it was a long conversation by any stretch of imagination, but he's just really positive and just a really good person. And so yes, I think I spoke to him like one time. Yes.
Okay.
I would have expected like a every Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving, Chuck Cecil text from you to him. And when you send it tomorrow, give them our regards from Spears and Ali.
Yeah, maybe I should start that tradition. I don't know.
For the 106th time.
Yeah.
Chuck is like, let's go have drinks. I'm going to have a martini. I'm just going to have one drink. I'll have 106 olives.
Oh, man, that's amazing. Chuck, it's Thanksgiving. You got any favorite Thanksgiving dishes?
Oh, no, my wife, she does such a great job, and the ham and turkey is just, it is what it is. It's very, very good, spectacular, delicious, and she does it up. So very, very thankful for that.
Is the team getting together for Thanksgiving and going to be together for that? And I mean, this is like the stupid questions you think about when you're coaching. It's like, man, how do I get it so we really celebrate Thanksgiving and eat all that turkey on Saturday as opposed to the day before the game?
That's the whole thing, is that it's like you got to push it Thanksgiving to the side. I mean, you never push Thanksgiving. The reason for Thanksgiving is it's in the word. Be thankful for all that you've been given, basically. Thanksgiving, yes. Mm-hmm. And so the boys are thankful for that, but we basically you put off the meal. We are having a dinner, yes, but real Thanksgiving, family Thanksgiving will not come till Saturday.
Good.
Well, Chuck, enjoy Thanksgiving. Enjoy this week. I know it's a big one for the Arizona Wildcats football program. And if they win this one and win the bowl game, maybe 10 wins, which has only been done just a few times in program history.
Only one guy in Tucson said Arizona is very, very could win 9 to 10 games. And you're looking at him right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe other than you, Chuck.
Yeah, no. I was gonna say, I thought you were talking about me.
No.
But that is Arizona football legend Chuck Cecil joining us here on ESPN Tucson. Chuck, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. Enjoy this week and have a great Thanksgiving.
You do the same. Take care, gentlemen.
Bear down, Chuck. Bear down.
Bear down.
Hey, I have one question real quick. I have to ask you, Chuck, because you embody this rivalry so much. Every now and then an ASU team, I won't say I like them, but every now and then an ASU team comes along that is undeniable. That team that went to the Rose Bowl with Jake Plummer last year, I thought they were great. And it's hard not to like Cam Scadaboo. I actually think Cam Scadaboo, he's a little off, and I think he just got off on the wrong bus, like in Phoenix, and I think he actually thinks he played for Arizona. It doesn't even play for ASU. But so I live in New York now, and he's just come in, and New York loves him. The Giants love him. My question is, as an Arizona alum, is it acceptable to buy a New York Giants Cam Scadaboo jersey?
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. Yeah. But as long as it's a Giants,
jersey. 1,000%.
You're good to go.
It's also not the number he wore at that school. I also love that you don't say their name. I absolutely love that.
Not doing it. Those three letters, and I trust me, and I have to. I wouldn't use it on the telecast, but I've explained to everybody, you do not use those 3 letters. It's either the team up north or the scummies, and that's it. But it is amazing this in the world today, or college football today, I should say. It's so many newbies. It's a good thing. But again, you hit the nail on the head, though. I love it with Traden Stukes and Dalton Johnson and Genesis Smith. Those 3 guys, I tell you what, oh my gosh, they're the reason that I got back into college football, because
Wow.
just to see their development and their growth over the time. If you could have seen Stooksy, in fact we laughed about it yesterday when he first got here. Oh gosh, all 3 of them were just thin. And when I remember going to Genesis's practice up in at Hamilton, up in the school. It's in the city up north. How's that? Yes. Anyway, just to see their development and the men that they've become is just really special. And it's the reason you get into football.
Absolutely. It's awesome, man. It's awesome. When you see the development of those kids on and off the field, and then what they end up becoming.
There you have it. Yeah.
Gives you. I have a lot of gratitude for having been able to have that experience with a lot of young men and seeing their growth.
There you have it. Yep.
Absolutely.
All right, my friend, get back to coaching. All right. Thank you.
Job not finished.
Oh, you ain't lying there, dog. No. I still got a dummy to take care of.
Let's go. Can't wait.
Yeah, I'm talking about me. Yeah. Okay. Take care, guys. You have a great day.